his small church in eastern Kentucky, Pastor Jamie Coots and his family are maintaining an over 100-year-old tradition, the handling of deadly snakes in the name of God.
I pastor Full Gospel Tabernacle in Jesus' Name Church in Millsboro, Kentucky. I've been pastor since 1994. The church was built and founded. My grandpa built it. To me, it's as much a commandment from God when he said, "They shall take up serpents," as it was the Ten Commandments when he said, "Thou shalt not commit adultery."
Snake handlers belong to a subset of Pentecostalism, sometimes called the holiness faith. Followers like the Coots family believe that once they feel God's anointment overtaking them, they are protected from venomous snakes.
When you handle serpents, it's one of the best feelings I've ever felt in my life. It's like a peace and a calm and a happiness. It's such a happiness and a joy. You can just feel the joy in your soul that you just don't feel all the time, every day.
So strong is Pastor Jamie's faith in God's protection, he won't seek medical attention if bitten. Instead, he prays.
I lost his finger to a serpent bite. The finger rotted, probably a quarter-inch of bone that was exposed. My finger actually broke off. Linda ends up telling me that, she wants to keep it. I said, "Why?" She said, "Well," I said, "I'll always have a piece of you no matter where you go." And that's been 14 years ago. Never sought medical attention because when I first started in church, I said if I ever went to a hospital or a doctor over a snake bite, I would quit church.
Andrew must pick the snakes he'll have at church tonight.
I love you.
And he's got lots to choose from.
The Lord blessed us with a beautiful crop of snakes for the church. Take him to church. That's a southern copperhead. I've known of people to die from copperhead bite, but it's because they had high allergic reactions to it or was bit in the upper, like the neck or the face or something like that. Whenever I'm not anointed, I don't like to mess with these things. And if I was to say where I was going to most likely get bitten at, I'd say in the snake room.
Andrew believes that here in the snake room, without God's protection, he is vulnerable to being bitten and killed.
Everything in this room has never been handled, never been touched. This one here, he's very aggressive. He bit you, you probably would have about 45 minutes to live without medical attention. That is the song of death. That's what that is. Now, he almost got me. Oh, and we have a copperhead in the floor. We have a very aggravated copperhead in the floor. We have a very, very, very aggravated copperhead in the floor. You can see the venom. They're not milk. That's enough to swell a man's hand the size of his leg. I would not lay my life down for something I didn't believe in. I wouldn't risk leaving my family, my 5 children, my wife, my friends, just all for a show. It's not a game. This is real. Now this is my albino rabbit.
Less than 1% of diamondbacks are born albinos. A snake this size has enough venom to cause massive tissue and organ damage, or even to kill a man.
The more venomous it gets, the more of God you really need to be getting hold of. If the Lord moves, there is no harm in it. You don't have to worry about where the head is. You don't have to worry about where the tail's at. When God moves, everything's all right.
Gators and cottonmouths move fast in the water, a lot faster than a pastor from the hills of Tennessee.
This is the most dangerous hunt I can honestly say I've ever done. You got them thorns and sub-infection. You got them things sticking out of the ground. You have to fall. You break your neck. You got all these snakes out here. You get bit. Been told there's gators out here, so you got them. I mean, there's just dangers everywhere.
Dude, you done got me paranoid, dude. Oh, God.
There he is. That ain't a cottonmouth. What is it? I don't know what that is. Don't let it can't get away. Bring the sack.
It tried to bite me. It missed me by about that much.
It's a water snake, though, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a water snake.
Yeah, it's a non-venomous, so.
It tried to bite me. I just looked down and said, woo, strike two.
Yeah, I need a bag today. I caught me a free cottonmouth. I'm coming, Andrew. Don't move, bud. Thank you, Lord.
Come here, Andrew.
Why, you got one? Oh, are you bit?
God!
I look like a bitch.
Son of a gun!
What are you standing up?
Oh! Cottonmouth pit!
My Lord.
A member of Pastor Andrew Handlin's church has been bitten by a venomous copperhead.
Oh, Lord, I praise you this day, God.
Instead of seeing doctors, many snake handlers pray to heal snake bites. While praying for Michael, Andrew exhibits one of the 5 signs from Mark 16. They shall speak with new tongues.
Lord, help Mike, Lord, today. Good Lamb of God, in your name, Jesus. Come on, children, help him. The Bible said where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I'll be in the midst. There was more than 2 or 3 of us prayed for him over there, and we agreed that he'll be all right. Surely, Lord, today, God, Lord, we believe you, Lord. Good Lamb of God, this day, Lord, to move. Lord, we praise you, God, today, Lord, in your worthy name, Jesus. God, I bless your worthy name, Lord, today, God, in your good worthy name. Lord, I thank you this day, God, for every time, Lord, you've ever come by my way, Lord. I thank you, God. Where's that copperhead at, baby? Is it a male?
Michael was bitten by a copperhead he caught a few days earlier and planned to bring to church.
I got it by the tail.
Good.
Turned
God,
around.
it is a nice name.
I grabbed my wife's cane and pinned it down on my bed, pinned its head down, and I reached to get it by the tail, and it pulled out from under that cane. I turned around and bit me.
Copperhead venom contains hemotoxins that can cause swelling and permanent muscle and tissue damage. It can even be fatal.
Does that look like venom running out at you?
That's what it looks like to me now. This place,
I know it got me
yeah, I
here.
know it got you there.
But I don't know if I hit my hand on the bucket there and maybe cut it a little or what, but I know it did.
Lord, you shaking like a leaf, son.
It burns, it aches, it's like somebody's maybe beating on your hand and holding the torch there at the same time.
There's suffering in it, but it pays off in the end. I appreciate it so much.
After an unsuccessful snake hunt, Pastor Coots decides to focus today's sermon around the importance of following all 5 signs.
The Bible said that after Jesus had told them that the signs, so they went forth everywhere, the Lord working with them, confirming the word with signs following. That's what that's for, to confirm the word of God. There's 5 signs in the book of Mark. Where it says they shall take up serpents, then it says, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. I wonder how many of them got a jar of some kind of deadly thing and drinking a deadly thing. Come on, man. Once you take a drink of any deadly thing, once it crosses your tongue and you swallow it, there's no going back. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any dead thing, shall not hurt them. Them two is put together for a reason. They's harmony.
The Codys have supplied the bottle of lye for tonight's service. But Big Cody has also brought another far deadlier poison designed to attack the central nervous system.
Strychnine. There's probably about 475 drops in that jar. I know people's died from it. The old man Williams and them mixed the same jar up out of the same stuff we mixed that out of. And one brother drank a half a jar at night, and the other brother drank the other half a jar, and 4 hours later they both fell over dead.
It's so hard to get a hold of strychnine. It is pretty powerful. It's got a lot of people scared, including me.
I'm a friend of God.
Come on.
Are you a friend of God? I'm a friend of God.
Come on.
You know how come I'm a friend of God? Because if I do whatever so He tell me to do, I'll be a friend of Him.
Come on.
We got these 22-year-old and 23-year-old brothers.
Yeah.
All they got on their minds is snake this and the snake that. They done lost that zeal for God. Well, them people are crazy. I ain't crazy.
Come on.
I realize what God wanted done.
All right.
I'd rather a strychnine jar right here take me out than to get out there, out and seeing a car run me over and I got lost.
Come on. That's not budgie. Come on.
I got another finger. You can't tell me God won't help you.
Come on, son. Yes, sir.
You can't tell me God won't heal you when you're down sick.
Come on, now.
People say the devil's going to take you out of here. You let him take me out.
Come on.
I'm ready to go, boys. Not all people's going to drink strychnine, but if you can just be willing to die for Jesus Christ, you'll see things a whole lot different. I thank God for everything He's done for me. The Bible says drink any deadly thing. If they drink anything, it shall not hurt them. And I'm still here.